Yeah, I think most people are okay, are consensus around Lewis's answer. I think Lewis gave a great answer. Um, Ashley says, "Who does what in what capacity must be done in a sprint?" Yeah, Ashley, I like the way you put that. The who does what, yeah, because you have to define the role, and in what capacity, yeah. So Ashley, the only thing I would add there is for what benefit, right? A lot of people forget that last part, that so that blank. You want to include the so that because that's where the benefit is, right? So you're right, Ashley. Who does it in what capacity? Well, excuse me. What are we doing in what capacity and why? What's the benefit for it, right? And then, yeah, great addition. Must be done in a sprint. Remember, that's one of the things I mentioned to everyone last time. There's very few, set in stone rules for Agile. It's intended to be flexible. It's intended to be flexible for any need, any technology, any industry that you have. But one of the rules is that a story has to be able to be done in a sprint. And that's not really like a punishment type of rule. It's more about if it's more about trying to prevent these big stories that try to accomplish too much or are really a combination of multiple things, right? Because the rule is that if it can't be done in a sprint, then you have to break it up. So it kind of forces you to take another look at the stories and say, did I really do the best job I could here? Maybe I need to refine it a little bit, right? So I like Ashley's mention of that because it is one of the, like one of the few like really like hard rules that exist in Agile. Okay? Michael, our friend from Nigeria. Nice to see you. Happy Sunday, Sir Dennis, and everyone. Happy Sunday to you too, Michael. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you. Um, and look at Khalif. Khalif's playing host there, welcoming people. Thanks, Khalif. So, yeah, guys. So I wanted to make sure we do that review, right? So we know what stories are, and then what are tasks. Is there a set definition or a set requirement for how tasks are written? Or can you freeform tasks? What do you guys think? Anything special about tasks, or if you want to give me like a little elevator pitch on what tasks are, put them in the chat. Let's make sure we got that down. Because we probably won't be writing too many tasks today. We'll probably be more talking about them, but we'll definitely be doing writing of stories. So give me your elevator pitch, your definition on tasks, please. All right, so Lewis is offering up tasks are the individual work components that are required to complete each story of a sprint. Okay, cool. Is there a format for them, Lewis? Or anybody else? Is there a defined format for them? Anybody out there want to take that on? Rohit, welcome. I can't remember if you've been here before or not, Rohit, but welcome. Rohit says a task is a smallest component of a process. Yeah, it can be, sure. You can definitely break it down as much as you want. Yeah, not a strict requirement per se, but yeah, you can break them down, sure. Anybody else? Last call for answers. All right, looks like they agree with Lewis from Manoj. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you guys are on the right track. The tasks are basically like the traditional things that you would think about when you start your workday, right? You know, you show up, you have a story that you want to work on, and then you think, okay, well, first I got to do this, and then I got to call this person, and then I got to do this, right? That's basically what tasks are. A task is a specific actionable unit of work that needs to be completed as part of a larger project or goal. Yeah, Osama, you're on the right track there, but in this case, we're talking about tasks specifically for Agile. And Agile would say that it's the work that needs to be completed for a particular story. So projects don't have tasks, but stories definitely have tasks. So that's why you want to break them down. But it's really more about thinking, like I said, you know, you show up to work one day, you say, okay, I committed to delivering this one story. And in order to do that, I need to do these technical things, or these, I need to hold these meetings, I need to talk to this person, whatever. Those are basically the tasks. And the key there is also that tasks do not have any set format. That is where you start to do your free form type of description, right? Stories are very structured, and sometimes people can get a little bogged down in them and say, well, when do I actually get to talk about what I'm going to do? Well, that's where the tasks are, right? So that's why I'm emphasizing this, because I've seen that happen where people they can't understand stories because they always want to rush to say what they're going to do, where, you know, they're really focusing on tasks when you should be focusing on stories, you know, assuming your team works in an agile environment, right? Which it's going to happen to you at some point in your career. Okay? But that's the key to remember there, right? That tasks have to belong to a story. They help you complete that story, and there's no set format. Just write them however you feel best. All right? Okay. So this leaves us with the obvious question of what's next? Like, what are we going to do next? So give me some feedback. What do you guys think is next? Where are we going from here? Anybody want to take a guess? Remember, we're a data science team. We're trying to follow a methodology, right? We know the goal that the client wants to achieve, the alpha farming, right? So what's next? Don't give me don't define what's next. Give me the meta view, right?